All right. Yes, I've been in the IT field for about 15 years. 12 of those years, I've been doing cybersecurity mostly for the federal government. The company that I'm working with right now is called Spry Methods. I'm also the co-founder of Cynetics. And what we do at Cynetics, we work with Course Career to help mentor and coach those who are trying to get into the field. Uh, I've been doing this since the beginning of the summer. So far, we was able to help three people get their certification, certified cybersecurity certification, and we was able to help three people get their first IT desktop support job. So I'm glad to help, of course, career with that. All right. So, what is technology? What is that? What is information technology? It's the use of computer systems to access information. It plays a prominent role in our business. Uh, IT is in everything right now. We use IT with the cars. We use IT with laptops, smartphones, things like that. So honestly, it helped make our lives a little bit better. And because of IT, I have a job.
You want to Zoom?
Hello? Sorry, mute. Sorry about that. Um, Hollywood version of IT. When Hollywood shows you version of IT workers, they would make you think that they can do anything as far as they can do IT support, networking, cybersecurity, coding. But when I'm working to the field, I learned that that's not true. We have different roles, we have different fields of IT. As a kid, I saw Donatello and Batman do everything. It seemed like they could do coding, they could do encryption, they could do networking. They even helped create FaceTime and smartphones before it even came out. Even shows that came out years ago, like Penelope from Criminal Minds and the crew from CSI Cyber. They did everything. They did networking, they did encryption, they did coding. But it seemed like that one group or one person would do all the roles of IT. But as we know, that's not true. So there are different fields of IT uh, that we all work in. We have IT support, we have networking, we have system administrators, we have software development, database administrators, cybersecurity or information security. And these are not all the roles, but these are some that I choose to speak on. So first, we talk about IT support. Their role and their responsibilities for managing, maintaining, troubleshooting their IT systems, as well as installing hardware and software. Some of the roles for IT support that you may see are IT support, desktop support, computer technician, or help desk. In actuality, this is mostly the first role or the entry level you getting your teeth sticked into IT. Most of your system admins, your network engineers, or your cybersecurity engineers started here at IT support. This was actually my first role in IT. As a kid in high school, we had a class called computer construction. So in that class, that's when I learned about IT support. We actually had to build computers, and it was a great class. I really enjoyed it. Had a great time. In my first IT role, I was an IT specialist at a hospital, but it wasn't just a hospital. It was a mental hospital. So I was a little nervous there because even though it was a mental hospital, but it was built like a prison. So that was my first role. I will never forget that, and I had a good time working there. So most of the time in IT, we have certifications, and there are certain certifications for certain particular roles. For IT support, most of the certifications that you hear of is CompTIA A plus or the Google IT Support Professional Certificate. Another field of IT, networking. So these guys are responsible for designing, building, implementing, and maintaining our computer networks. Some of the roles that you would see in network administration or network engineers or firewall engineers. So if the internet does not work, they get the blame. If the internet is slow, still they get the blame. But we depend on these guys to make sure that we all connect. And because of network engineers, we're able to work from home. We're able to connect anywhere. We're able to have streaming things like that. Um, Majority of your network engineers, they start off on certifications similar called CompTIA Network Plus or CCNA. So, system admin. Um, as I stated earlier, most of your system admin or your network engineers, they start off, in the IT support role, but they're responsible for the upkeep configuration for our computer systems. And majority of the times, it's going to be our servers. It's going to be either our web servers, our email servers, our file servers, and our application servers. We have to have our web service to make sure that we connect to the internet. We have to have our mail service for our emails and our file service to make sure we're able to save everything, and application service to make sure that we're able to use our applications for our jobs. Most of the roles for your system admins, most of the roles are your system admins or your system engineers, or they could sometimes be called cloud engineers, especially now these days that we are, working in the cloud. Some of the certifications that system admins would try to get. Of course, they start off mostly with the A plus and the Net plus, just like the IT support and your network engineers. They also will get your security plus, but they will get some will get server plus. I know now with cloud coming into play, most will try to get Microsoft Azure admin or the AWS certified system ops administration certification.
Hey, hey, sit.
Yes, another field that we work in, and I do not envy these guys. This is one field that I'm not a fan of when I try to code. I'm not a fan of coding, but we definitely need these guys. These are software developers. They are in charge of designing, programming, building, and deploying and maintaining our software. Some of the roles that we have are software development, software engineers, or web development. And sometimes we laugh and joke in the IT field. We said these are like the divas. These are the divas of the IT field, and rightfully so, because we depend on software developers for everything. Everything now has code in it, whether it could be our cars now, or some of the electric cars, thermostat, uh, remote controls, anything that has like microchips, anything that has to be coded. You have different code languages that they use. They can use C++, Java. Now see Python. Back then they were using assembly language, Fortran. There's different languages
Good
that developers
morning,
have to use.
mommy. Good morning, my babies.
There's different languages that developers will have to use um, to be good at what they're doing, and everything now is ran off applications, websites. So we really need software developers, and some of the certifications that they would use to try to get software development users don't get certifications as much as infrastructure. And when I mean infrastructure certs, I mean like your IT support, your network engineer, or your security, or your system admin. But there are some uh, software development certifications. AWS certified developer, Oracle have some certifications, Microsoft Azure developer, um, and there's also one called professional software developer certification. So software developers we definitely need software developers. We need everybody in the field of IT, but software developers are huge because everything now is based off software. Database administration. So they're responsible for maintaining, securing, and operating our database and ensure that our data is correctly stored and retrieved. So I'm sure that companies that deal with a lot of data are definitely extremely grateful for our DBAs, and DBAs is short for database administrators. Um, some like your credit card companies, they're definitely grateful for your DBAs. And some of the roles for DBAs could are your just call some are called DBAs. You have your Oracle DB engineer, your SQL DBAs. Some of the certifications that I've seen that DBAs could get, that you have Azure DBA, you have MongoDB certified DBA, you have your AWS certified database specialist, and Oracle's have their certified professional database as well. Cybersecurity, information security. So this is the field that I'm in right now. First, I started off in IT support, but this is the field that I'm in. So in cybersecurity. We're responsible for protecting an organization's assets against cyber threats. There are multiple roles that you could do with cybersecurity because cybersecurity is very broad. Matter of fact, there are 8 domains in cybersecurity. The domain that I work in is called risk management, and some more roles in cybersecurity. You have risk management, you have network security, and that's big on people that study network engineering. You have um, you have penetration testing, ethical hacking. That's also a big field. You have secure software development. They work with your software developers. You also have identity and access management. That's a field that's in cybersecurity. Um, you have their SOC, which is the Security Operations Center. And this picture right here is an example of a SOC, Security Operations Center. As you can tell, they're looking through the network, making sure there's nothing that's abnormal. Um, and some of the roles for cybersecurity, you have cybersecurity engineer, you have cybersecurity analyst, you have your pen tester, you have your security auditor, you have your cloud security. And one thing about cybersecurity, most people think is mostly just technical, but cybersecurity also have talk about your physical controls. Um, and when I mean your physical controls, talk about as far as how security guards, fences, and biometrics. Because username, password, but also for biometrics for as far as getting into a system. I'm sure you've seen in movies like James Bond movies where you see somebody use their eyes or their fingerprints. Uh, that's also a part of cybersecurity. So we also have to address not only the technical controls like your firewalls, things like that, but you also have to address your physical controls too, and your what we call administrative controls. Even before a person could get hired, we have to make sure they go through and especially federal government, like a clearance process, HR. So in cybersecurity, we have to make sure that not just technical controls, but also your physical and your administrative controls as well. I know pen testing is a big thing for a lot of people because they think it's cool because you're actually getting paid to hack systems. Um, One of my mentors, he's been pen testing for a long time, and he said he loved it because he gets to pretend that he's James Bond. Not only, like I said, the technical piece of pen testing, but also the physical area of pen testing. So he actually get to try to jump over the gates to make sure that he can't physically get in, because as you know, you can have all the great technical controls, the firewalls, your network security, but if somebody can go into the server closet or somebody can go inside the building and destroy it, then your technical controls don't mean anything. So you have to have your physical controls in place. So one of the things that he do is he tests their physical controls and he'll try to, like I said, break in, jump over the gate, or what he would do is try to talk with some of the workers and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot my badge. This is my second day. Can you let me in?" And he's doing that, and if he succeeds with that, if they're letting him in, then he would fail that control, and he would let the managers know, hey, we have to make sure that we're having our security and awareness training. And this is the reason why when you go in jobs, you have to, as soon as you get hired, you have to go through training, security training. For one, it covers the company and it covers the security team. Just want to make sure that you know what to do and what not to do. And one of the things that you shouldn't do, of course, is share your password. Let somebody in the building if they don't have their badge, because we don't know, this person could be a threat or a danger to everybody. So, you know, hackers, what they would do, they will play on the kindness of people and say, I'm so sorry, can you please let me in? I need to go in the building. And so that's one of the things that he does. And that's called physical controls. He said he pretend he's James Bond, and it's one of the things that he loved doing. Um, Me personally, I don't want to do that type of pen testing. I would be nervous because I would be scared that authorities would come and try to arrest you. But the thing of pen testing, they would let you know you have to have what's called a get out of jail free card. So you have to have a letter from either the CEO, the CIO, saying that you have permission to do pen testing or a hack, just in case when you're trying to break in and authorities or the police would come, you just let them know, hey, I have permission to do this. Um, so that's one of the rules for pen testing. So security auditor. I noticed that in the security auditing field, most of your financial auditors, they come and work into the security auditing field. Because security auditing, you have to it's not as technical as like your pen tester or your engineering field, but it's more of compliance, making sure that the documentation states what the company is doing, the policy and procedures. So the good thing about cybersecurity, you don't have to be as technical as majority of the roles, but there's a compliance side. So you have to be able to understand the technical knowledge, but you don't have to be as technical as your other roles, like your engineers or your analysts. Some of the certifications for cybersecurity, most people start off at is Security Plus. There's actually a free cybersecurity certification that ISC Squared has given out. It's called Certified in Cybersecurity. That's what I actually teach. A lot of my students, when they come from course career, they get certified in that when they work with me, because that's a good certification to have because it's free and it will help you for the Security Plus. Another certification, it's called Certified Information System Auditor. This is your auditing cert, and that's good to have. So we talked about certifications. This is from DoD, DoD approved baseline certifications. So as you can see up here, you have your technical, your management, your architect engineer, and your cybersecurity service provider. So A plus, like I said, that's one of the first certs for IT support. So according to the Department of Defense, their approved baseline certification, if you have an A plus certification, you are qualified as a level 1 technician. If you have the CCNA security, you are qualified as a level 2 technician, and that's how it goes. So for me, I have the security plus, so I am qualified as a level 2 technician, but I also have the uh, the certified in governance risk and compliance. So I'm also qualified as a level 2 cert. So the certification that I'm personally studying for is the CSSP. So with CSP, I actually will be a level 3 manager and a level 2 architect. So these are some of the certifications that, and you can all Google these. DoD 850, 857, 8570 baseline certification. So you can take a look at that and see in your career which certifications that you want to try to get and try to work on. And also, I decided to do salaries. This is from Indeed. So these are the average salaries in the United States from Indeed. In case, because we all working, because our main goal is to try to make money for our family. So I just thought you wanted to see some of the salaries. So for IT support, the average salary in the United States is 53,000. For network engineers, the average salary is 97,000. For your system administrator, your average salary is 85,000. Software engineers, your average salary is 105,000. Your database admins, your average salary is 96. And for cybersecurity engineers, your average salary is 113,000. So I could put the link in the chat. So this is the link if you want to book a one-on-one session with me. This is the link right here. I will put in the chat. And this is another link that I would like for you to, leave a review for me. And do anybody have any questions?